Greetings to the Conscious Collective. I'm glad to be here with you guys on the 25th. I'm sorry, the 27th. We're looking at Saturn direct energy today. And so I'm glad you guys can be here with me. I always think it's like Thanksgiving in the United States falls on the 25th, but maybe that's another dimension when it really falls on, the third week? And I guess I get kind of confused, or maybe it's another dimension, so it's the third week. I always thought it was the 25th. But today we're going to be talking about, Saturn direct and that energy and what that means for starseeds. The shift from delay to divine direction. And so we're looking at the energy around, we're looking at the energy around Sirian Starseeds and I want to say Lyran Starseeds. What I really want to explain is why we look at the characteristic. We're all different characteristics and traits of different types of starseeds. Some of us have more prominent energy depending on our mission and our purpose, but a lot of our energy is mixed in together. And so you may have some Lyran starseed in you, and you may have some reptilian starseed in you. Just because you're operating in your Blu-ray starseed, which I am, doesn't mean I don't have reptilian starseeds, because a lot of these traits and characteristics are part of our growth, and they're part of our learning pattern and what we're supposed to meant to learn. So you do have different types of starseeds. So what we look at this during the Starseed Awakening, these energy readings, is the movements of the planets and how that actually affects different starseed traits and characteristics. I know a lot of people are still stuck on horoscopes. Oh, I'm a Gemini. Oh, I'm a Libra. And those are about your, they relate more to your time and place of birth on Earth. On Earth. Can I say that again? Those are more related to your times and birth on Earth. So there's a lot to do with your Earth. Zodiac signs have a lot to do. They look at the solar system, but they have a lot to do with that, the Earth positioning of the solar system with the Earth. Starseeds, because we have consciousness that come from different star systems and different places in the universe, right? We generally look at that as our guidance, as opposed to just looking at, whether you're a Libra or Scorpio or something, or what house, Aries is in. All right. But we look at our traits and characteristics, because me being a Blu-ray has a certain visual look. If I was to close my eyes, and it would have a visual look, but I don't look like a Blu-ray. I have the characteristics and traits. And so we look at the Sirian, right? They have certain characteristics and traits. Our mind is always trying to project images on things, but we try to look at things with our third eye. If you learn how to work more with your third eye, you'll be a lot better off in really understanding a lot of things. Because the two eyes are just, they see things three-dimensional. And it's up to 12, some people say even 16 dimensions out here. So when you're looking with your third eye, you're looking deeper into a lot more things. And so you need to learn how to work with your third eye. And then that way you have, like say you see someone, you see an attractive young lady, and you say, oh my God, she's really beautiful. But as you start to get to know her or him and their traits and their characteristics and a little bit more about them, they tend to not look as attractive, right? And you can see the most physically attractive people, because physical beauty is about being symmetric. Scientists have shown that we think symmetry is beautiful. So if you're symmetric, in a lot of ways, you tend to be attractive, okay? But when you're looking with something with your third eye, right, you're seeing more of the energy around the person or the individual. And so that's why it's important to look more with your third eye. So when we look at our star seeds, we're looking at the characteristics and the traits of various energies within those star seeds. And today we're looking at how the Saturn going direct, that's the movement of the planet. Because we are star seeds, and I'm going to talk later about earth seeds and God seeds. Okay? As I started to study star seeds, and the more I learn, the more it gets more deeper, that there are such things as earth seeds, which are Gaians, and there are God seeds, which we're going to talk more about. Okay, but let's just stick with star seeds. The game gets deeper and deeper and deeper. So if you're joining me, please give me a thumbs up. Please give me a like and let me know that you are rocking with me today. I hope you are. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, if that's your thing, have a happy Thanksgiving. If you're celebrating something else, have a happy whatever that is on this plane of existence. I try to get away from a lot of the consumerism, and that's all it is. It is a scam to get you to participate more in their consumerism or consumption for the fuel of their matrix. It's so funny. We all run it, and I've done it before, and got involved in the holidays and spent money and all this, and it only helped only helped the forces, the powers that be, to keep maintaining me in this slave mentality. It's just hard to break out of it. A lot of people, they try to break out of it, but they get caught back up into it, and they never really break out of it, because the matrix is not outside. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. The matrix is not outside of you. It's in your mind, and it's projected in the things you do. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people say, well, what is the matrix? You have to experience the matrix. It's you that are projecting the matrix. When you're buying things, when you're participating, you are the one. Okay, if you're stuck in traffic, you're part of traffic. Traffic is not you. You are traffic. And the way to avoid traffic is not to go into traffic. So if the matrix is traffic and you want to not be involved in traffic, then you wouldn't go into traffic, because you did become the traffic. It's that simple. But we're not going to delay it too long. But if you're participating and you're still trying to escape, hopefully something will be shared with you that will aid you in your growth and help you to kind of rethink the way you are living your life journey. It is a struggle for me every day, and I understand it, so I'm not one to condemn you for it. But we want to continue to grow. We want to continue to learn. So I haven't been on in a while. I'm hoping to be back on more. We're going to do another one. It's the first quarter moon coming up tomorrow. So please check out Remind Me on YouTube for the first quarter that we'll be doing tomorrow. But let's talk about Saturn direct. When Saturn turns direct, their inner sense of authority and focus become magnified. Oh, I think I started too early. Hold on, let's go. When Saturn stations direct, the feeling of Earth is one of the pressure releasing and purpose sharpening. Saturn is the focus of structure, is the force of structure, commitment, mastery, and karmic correction. During this retrograde period, many people face internal restriction, confronting fears, reworking foundation, revisiting responsibility, and releasing boundaries. All right, so when Saturn's in retro, right, we feel really blocked and we feel really stagnant in what we're trying to do. But when Saturn moves direct, and retro means it just visibly looks like it moving back again with our two eyes, but the energy actually is kind of negatively, and so that's why we say it's retro. But now it's moving direct, and everything that felt blocked, heavy, or stagnant, it begins to realign now with clarity. All right. And as I was thinking about this, I was like, wow, this falls on Thanksgiving in the United States. And a lot of people are going to, this is going to be really powerful for a lot of people. This is going to be really meaningful for a lot of people, because a lot of our challenges come from our earth families and the people that we are kind of born into. I used to tell my brother, long before I was in the spiritual journey, because he's always been a challenge to me and I love him, I used to tell him, if I had to pick you for a brother, I would not have picked you. Would not have picked you at all. But the most ridiculous and funny part of it is I did pick him. As we wrote out our soul contract, and as we decided what lessons we want to learn, what challenges we wanted to face, we picked our family members. You picked your mother, you picked your father, right? You picked your brother, you picked the situations, because you wanted to grow. And now that we're involved in them, it's like, who the hell picked this? Who was writing out this life plan for me? You were. And so now we have to go through these challenges, and sometimes we do meet them. I talked to someone yesterday, and she was telling me that she came across a family member who was a challenge, and normally it would have kind of triggered her a little bit more, but she realized what it was, and so she was not as triggered, right? And that's growth. That is definitely growth, to recognize it and then to grab it before it spirals you out of control is definitely growth. So as we meet and break bread and deal with the people that have been the most challenging people in our lives, right? These the actual energy of Saturn realigning itself is going to be very powerful, right? So your choices become decisive. Energy moves forward with discipline. Saturn direct is the moment where the lessons crystallize, responsibilities become clear, and the universe asks you to step into long-term stability, maturity, and soul alignment commitment. So as you go through this holiday season, it just doesn't have to be today. It can be any other time too. As you go through these holiday seasons, right, you're going to start to realize these lessons, and then you are going to become more aware of them. But now the universe is asking you to embrace it, all right? To embrace this, all right? And to step fully into it now, all right? Just don't recognize it, but actually step more fully into it, all right? So this movement affects everyone, but Starseeds feel it on a deeper level because Saturn activates their mission, pathways, karmic timelines, and multi-dimensional sense of duty. Okay, so this is why this is a Starseed awakening energy reading, because we want to be more specific on what it means to Starseeds in our journey, and not just the Gaians or anyone else who is not awakened. We let them deal with the horoscopes and their own life lessons, but we want to talk specifically to the conscious collective and the Starseeds involved. So let's look at the Siren Starseeds energy, the characteristic and the Siren Starseeds energy on the Saturn moving direct. It's an activation of purpose, discipline, and sacred responsibility. Siren Starseeds thrive in structure, mastery, and mission-driven energy. When Saturn turns direct, their inner sense of authority and focus becomes magnified. They begin to feel a renewed sense of purpose, clarity around their spiritual authority, increased commitment to collective upliftment, stronger grounding into leadership roles, a call to step into a higher responsibility. So as you sit with family members and as you feel the energy of Saturn turning direct, you're going to get this renewed sense of your responsibility, your renewed sense of purpose, what it means. All right, you're going to understand the reason you have been through so many things. You understand that brings you some spiritual authority. When you go through things, that gives you your authority about that subject. It's just not, you don't get authority without experiencing it. So when you go through things, you get that spiritual authority about that. And so you're going to start feeling that during this time. The increased commitment to collective upliftment. You're realizing that you have a mission and you have a purpose that you need to be walking more fully into. Again, rounding into those leadership roles, stepping into your place as that leader, and a call to step into a higher responsibility. Sirian consciousness, I keep saying Sirian. Sirian consciousness is naturally aligned with Saturn's energy because both frequencies value order, discipline, sacred duty, and integrity. Saturn direct pushes Sirians into the next stage of advancement, becoming those teachers, those organizers, those protectors, or architects of systems that elevate their communities. All right? Saturns have a very strong, important role to play in raising the conscious collective. This transit, this Saturn direct transit, can also reveal the karmic contracts with Saturn with Lyran Starseeds have with their families. I mentioned the families earlier, the bloodlines and the communities, making a pivotal moment for them to step fully into their earth assignments. So that was dealing with Sirian characteristics and traits, and I hope that resonates with you and your Sirian makeup. Let's look at the Lyran Starseeds. All right, that's that stabilizing leadership and anchoring sovereignty. So as we understand with the Sirian, right, you're recognizing, you're actually seeing things, but now you have to actually anchor them into you, anchor them into who you are and your being. All right, you don't just recognize them now, you have to actually anchor them into you. So Lyran Starseeds carry solar strength, ancestral authority, and natural leadership. So as you recognize that you need to be more of a leader, you need to understand that as a Lyran, having that trait and those characteristics in you, right, you have natural leadership. Saturn direct challenged them to refine their power, discipline their fire, and embody sovereignty with structure rather than impulse. So Lyrans can sometimes be very aggressive. They can be, you think of, if you understand the visual trait and characteristic of Lyran is that of the cat, and they can be very aggressive and very strong-willed. Right? So this is kind of challenging you to temper that, right? As you are this powerful leader, and not to work on impulse, but use that power when it's necessary. So we got clarity for the Lyrans. This Saturn direct transit hides clarity in your leadership decisions, knowing that you are making the right leadership decision, long-term vision of short-term reaction. All right, just responding. You're going to understand that there's a long-term effect to that short-term response. Right, responsibility for your influence and impact, knowing what you say has a big impact and influence on people. The integrity of their ancient warrior or royal frequency into grounded human action. Right? The integrity of your ancient warrior or royal frequency into your grounded human action. Know that you are in a human journey, although you are in a spiritual state. You are still in a human journey, right? So that has to be taken effect of. A lot of times we like to just think about the spiritual part, but you are supposed to be here now in this physical form. And so that has a lot to do with understanding that and addressing it accordingly. Not just thinking you're all just energy, but knowing that you have a physical form too. The stronger boundaries that protect their energy and mission. Saturn direct pulls Lyrans out of chaos, confusion, or scatter ambition and focus their willpower. It strengthens their connection to the duty and their role as a stabilizer during this collective transit. Many Lyran Starseeds feel an inner shift from simply desiring to change to actually building the foundation for that change. But temper that aggressiveness when you're trying to do that. All right. This transit can elevate them into higher versions of themselves, more strategic, wise, and grounded. In conclusion, Saturn direct does more than push energy forward. It sharpens the intuition, refines the mission, and aligns starseed souls with the kind of long-term discipline necessary to fulfill their divine purpose. Saturn starseeds step deeper into mastery and responsibility, while Lyran starseeds move into a structured leadership and grounded sovereignty. So as that siren energy is moving you more into the mastery of yourself, also into that responsibility, realizing you have a great responsibility. And that Lyran energy is going to move you into a structured leadership and grounding your sovereignty, taking it out of the stratosphere and bringing it more to where people can relate and understand it. So I honestly think this was an ideal reading for this time of period, as people are sitting around and they're trying to navigate their life and their family in these situations, to understand the energy that's in play in regards to Saturn going direct and how it's affecting starseeds in their journey. All right. So we looked at the Lyran Starseeds and we looked at the Sirian Starseeds, even though I think I was mispronouncing Sirian a lot because I was Saturn, Sirian, but it's Sirian Starseeds and Saturn direct that we were addressing. So I hope something said definitely resonated with you. Please like and subscribe to this video if it did. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I will be doing another energy reading tomorrow for the fourth quarter moon. So please set your reminder for that reading too. I want to wish everyone love and light in their journey.